Hey, you got a quarter signal. Oh no, it changed. It changed on us. That's a signal. It started out high, 89. Just went down. Just went down. So who knows what it is. But it is in the spoils. I'm moving it around. What is that? What in the world is that? Welcome to Digging with Deej. So it's after the Detect Michigan event. I'm with my cousin Lou, and we are at her best friend's place. Realtors list it as 1930. She said she was told 1920. So far I've just pulled Zinkins, but I got another signal. Oh my, what is that? Oh, it might be another Zinkin. It feels like one. Another Zinkin. I just got me a better number. It's a dime signal. It's old enough. It's an old enough house to be silver. 5 inches. Right there. Okay, I'm going to blow the dust off of it.
What is it?
Looks older.
What is it? A coin?
It's a coin. It's a Lincoln. Is it a Wheatie this time? Nope, it's still not a Wheatie, but it's almost green. That's weird. Okay, let me see how... A wheat penny is an older Lincoln. This was pretty deep. Well, I can't get a date on it. So normally I would not be digging in a yard that the soil was so dry. Okay?
Why?
Because it's just not good practice. If the yard was pristine looking, especially. Okay? Yeah. But Christine is going to be...
You are putting me on video.
Yes. She is going to be putting more topsoil, and she's been working hard on her yard to beautify it and get it ready. And she was kind enough to let Lou and I come over so I could detect it. So.
Welcome to, can I say where?
The town?
Grand Haven.
Yes, Grand Haven. Very well. Thank you.
Coast Guard City, USA.
Yep. Okay, we had a higher tone. I don't think this is a Zinkin. It didn't ring up like a Zinkin. Something right there. Maybe. It's a penny. Oh, it's a dime. It's a dime this time. Hey, we graduated to dimes. Okay, Lou, can I give you this? Can you wipe it off for me and let me know what it is? Because I can't tell. It's so dark. See if you can get a year off that. Hey, you got a quarter signal. Oh no, it changed. It changed on us. That's a signal. It started out high, 89. Just went down. Just went down. So who knows what it is. But it is in the spoils. I'm moving it around. What is that? What in the world is that? You guys recognize that? What is that? Is that the bottom of a cap dart? Those metal cap darts that we used to throw with the roll of caps? You know, that would make the bang noise? That's what I think that is. The tip of a kid's metal dart. I'll have to clean it up. Okay, this is my Riker display box with all the toys I've found over the years. Well, some of the toys. This is what I dug in Christine's yard. That's what I think that is. I think this is the tip to a cap dart. Sure looks like it to me. That's what it is. A tip to a cap dart. Finally. 1940 Wheatie, folks. Woohoo! I am at the opposite end of the front yard. I haven't even gotten to the backyard yet. Okay. It's the back of the house. This is what we're dealing with the backyard. It's not very big. We are in a very old downtown area. This is what is left of an old sand dune from years ago. I forget which dune number it is, but this is what we got right here. So we'll see what we can find. I'm not going to go up there because I don't need any poison ivy. Maybe to the second level, but not up there. We'll see. I'll have to take a look. And look, there's a deer right there. See it over by the telephone pole? Look at that sweet doe. Hey, Mama. Hey. I don't think she sees me. I'm going to try to zoom in for you guys. She's coming down the hill. Hey, sweetie baby. Hey, you don't want to go that way. The road's that way. You don't want to go that way, honey. There's cars. And she's going to take a dump. We're going to turn around and give her some privacy. Okay, I'm zoomed in. Okay, I'll bring you back on the first signal. We even got back in there to go. Well, some of that's cobblestone. Okay, this could be nothing, but I just got a surface find. It could just be a knockout or something. But it's awful big, even for a knockout. Just laying on top of the ground, you guys. It's rusty. No idea what that is. It's heavy like a coin would be, but it's really corroded. See what it sounds like when I drop it. Doesn't sound like a coin, but there's a lot of corrosion on this. We may have to soak this. This Mama Doe has twins, but she's got twin babies, and they must be laying somewhere sleeping. Yeah. So I don't think I'm going to climb very high on that hill in case the babies are up there sleeping somewhere. She's turning around like she hears something behind her. It's okay. So you get to watch some wildlife for a few minutes, you guys. She likes the yucca plant. That's what that is. It's a yucca. You're okay, sweetheart.
Hi, there's the necklace. There's the necklace. Okay.
Okay, I'm up on the hill here. There's a whole bunch of bricks laying right there. And right next to them, right here, brass plate of something. I don't know what that is. Not sure what that is. I don't see the deer. Oh, there she's still there. She's still there. She's going to come back when I'm done and get her apples. Okay, I had another target that was going to be possibly a penny. WCCS something. WCC. Oh, it's not wanting to focus. WCCSS. It is about 3.5, 4 inches long. It doesn't say 30-06 on it. So I will send a picture of it to Mike, Metal Detecting NC. Maybe he can identify it for us. But if you know what this is, please put it in the comments. I'm not very familiar with ammo. But I am in downtown Grand Haven. That's a big shell to be shot off in downtown. So I find this shell casing, brass shell casing. And I show it to Christine, and she looks at me and she goes, "What would that be doing in my yard?" Grand Haven, Michigan is a tourist town. It's all about, what is the sailing? Coast Guard. It's Coast Guard City. So she and my cousin Lou start researching the markings on the bullet casing while I'm detecting the yard. And, they're getting a few hits in this, on their phones, researching it. And then it dawns on them. Back in 1933, the Chicago gang run by Babyface Nelson came into Grand Haven and robbed the People's Commercial Banker. I forget what it was called. I'll put more information in the video. And they tell me about this, and then they start getting excited, and I said, I know nothing about ammunition. Bullet casings, nothing. I know nothing about it. It's about the size of a 30-06, which is a rifle. I said, what kind of weapons did that gang use? So then they started researching that. They're sitting, they're on the porch working on this. They're all excited. And it's like, the chances of it being something to do with that, I don't know how good they were. But the bank, which is no longer in existence, the building is gone, wasn't too far from where Christine lives. They're all downtown. So I said to the girls, let me get a hold of a friend of mine, Mike of Metal Detecting North Carolina on YouTube. I said he's familiar with Michigan, and because he has served our country, he is familiar with ammo and bullet casings, shell casings. And I'll see if he can identify this. So I sent pictures to Mike, and I told him the history of the town of, the robbery that happened not far from Christine's. And the girls were all excited, wondering if it maybe had something to do with that. I said to the girls, well, what kind of guns did that gang use? And so they looked that up. They researched that, and they said, a Tommy gun, a Thompson submachine gun. They said it was either I'm trying to remember the call numbers on it, the MS 1921 or the MS 1928 machine gun. I have no idea what kind of bullets are machine gun bullets. I said, well, I sent all the pictures and information about the robbery in 1933 to Mike, and he's going to work on it. This month will be 92 years since the notorious mobster Lester Gillis, a.k.a. Babyface Nelson, and his gang robbed the People's Savings Bank of Grand Haven, Michigan, on August 18, 1933. 5 people were injured and 1 member of the gang was incarcerated. The heist began before 3 p.m. According to witnesses, 2 well-dressed men went into the bank at 2:55 p.m. One asked for change for a $10 bill. The bank teller claimed to be suspicious. While he was counting out change, one of the men pulled a gun, aimed it at the teller, telling him, "Keep still." The teller stepped on the button for the silent alarm, which sounded alarms at the police station and the furniture store next door. After emptying all the teller's tills, the gang ordered the vault be opened, and they quickly emptied it. The gang used the bank's employees as human shields as they made their way out a back door to their getaway vehicle. Shooting started immediately, and the getaway driver fled the scene. 3 of the gang stole a car from 2 ladies. After stealing 2 more vehicles, Nelson and the remaining members made it over the Indiana border. So this next clip is Mike going through the possibilities, and he did a fabulous job on his clip with different possibilities of weapons that were used by the Chicago mob gang and weapons used by law enforcement in the 1930s. So here's Mike to determine if this could have been a shell casing from that robbery.
Hello, this is Mike with Metal Detecting North Carolina. My friend Digging with Deej asked me to identify a cartridge casing that she found while metal detecting, and she inquired what firearm used this type of ammunition. The cartridge case is approximately 2.5 to 3 inches long and appears to be in a .30 caliber family. The head stamp bears the marking WCC55. WCC is the manufacturer mark for the Western Cartridge Company of East Alton, Illinois. The 55 may be a date code or a lot number. The Western Cartridge Company was founded in 1898 and acquired the Winchester Repeating Firearms Company in 1931 after they went into receivership. In 1935, they merged to become Winchester Western. Since the M1 Garand was manufactured from 1935 to 1958, the M1 Garand variant of the .30-06 is not the cartridge. Deej mentioned that the homeowners said the robbers of the People's Savings Bank in Grand Haven, Michigan in 1933 used the M1921 or M1928 Thompson submachine guns. Since both weapons are chambered in .45 caliber automatic Colt pistol or ACP, the Thompsons can be quickly ruled out. Other weapons commonly used by outlaws in the 1930s included the Colt M1911 chambered in .45 ACP and the Colt M1911 .38 Super. Since both handguns use a short cartridge, these cannot be a match since the cartridge casing was for a rifle. The lever-action Winchester Model 1894 rifle is known for its reliability and accuracy. It was chambered to use the .30-30 Winchester Centerfire WCF cartridge. Since this weapon used a proprietary cartridge by Winchester, this is not a likely candidate. Many law enforcement agencies use the Remington Model 8. This rifle was chambered in .35 caliber, and this type of gun was used to ambush Bonnie and Clyde in 1934. Notice the shoulder of the cartridge when compared to the shoulder of the case found by Deej. This detail rules out the Remington Model 8. Law enforcement in 1933 used the M1903 Springfield Sporter chambered in .30-06. FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover ordered these rifles for each FBI field office except for Honolulu. They had long-range accuracy and penetrating power. Since the brass is slightly longer than the brass found by Deej, this cannot be the weapon used to fire the round. The most likely candidate for this cartridge is the M1918 Browning Automatic Rifle, or BAR for short. It is chambered in .30-06 and was also used by law enforcement to battle bank robbers and outlaw gangs. The Western Cartridge Company did produce cartridges in this caliber, so this may have been fired from an M1918 Browning automatic rifle. While not specific to the Grand Haven robbery, these details highlight the kinds of weapons that were commonly associated with bank robberies, gangster activities, and law enforcement during that time period. Back to the show.
So it was exciting while it lasted. I know the girls were really excited. They started doing the research. We're all sitting on the front porch. And I'm sending Mike the information over the phone. And I think at first Mike even thought maybe there was a possibility. But he said, I won't know until I research. So thank you so much, Mike, Metal Detecting NC, for all your research and the video clip you sent for me to put in my video. I really appreciate your help. And it made for a very exciting hunt for the girls. And that, even if it ended up not being what we thought it was. But boy, it had us going there for a while. The girls had me going for a while, but they're like, oh, but there was a bank robbery. Babyface Nelson robbed a bank here in this town. So, thanks so much for watching. Get out and find your treasure. Bye, all. If you're looking for more treasure hunting adventures, please check out some assorted playlists on different types of treasure hunting that I've created for replay. Get out and find your treasure, folks. It's just out there waiting. See you soon.